What's going on, you guys? This is Madam 81 and I'm coming back to you again. This story is about Philando Castile, the girlfriend suing the Minnesota mayor at the defamatory crack cocaine tweet that they put out on social media. This is ridiculous, to say the least. But nevertheless, here we go. The girlfriend of the late Philando Castile is taking legal action after she was disrespected by a Minnesota mayor, Diamond Reynolds, who made headlines after she live streamed the aftermath of her boyfriend Philando's fatal police shooting. Is suing the mayor Esau Men for a boldly bigoted tweet. Back in 2017, Tom McBoom tweeted that she would spend her $800,000 settlement money on crack cocaine, reports the Star Tribune. She needs to come off. She needs to come off county and state aid now that she has some cash, wrote McBoom. It'll be gone in 6 months on crack cocaine. Now Diamond's firing back in a lawsuit. The defendant was alleging the plaintiff is an abuser of serious drugs, has an addiction that causes her financial stress, and is someone who bases her entire existence in terms of her cost of daily living on support. Wow, this is crazy. It goes back on to say that Diamond's suit says that the tweet was defamatory, false, and racially motivated. She's deaf, not wrong there. She's seeking $50,000 in attorney fees. The Star Tribune reported at the time of the tweet, McBoom was a Rice County Sheriff's Sergeant and was demoted by Sheriff Tory Dunn to deputy in February of 2018 for misconduct that included the tweet, according to court documents. McBoom has denied being racist with the tweet and told local newspapers, City Pages, that his tweet was misconstructed. I've seen them come to court. They've lost their children, but they come to court dressed to the nines with Michael Kors purses, McBoom told City Pages, according to the Star Tribune. To be frank with you, I've seen it time and time again, and I just shake my head and say, why wasn't there anyone to help that person? McBoom told City Pages that his comment had nothing to do with Reynolds' race. Do you buy that? Because we sure don't. And the article is done by Bossip and the Bossip staff. My screen went blank, but I'm still going to continue to talk. Basically, how I feel about the whole situation is basically that it was sort of like a racist tweet. Just because people have to understand that it's a certain set of stereotypes that's associated with black people, with people of color, with any group of people, or ethnic background of people. There are a certain set of stereotypes that goes with it. Yes, she did get an $800,000 settlement. Yes, she did lose someone dear to her, a loved one. And it's no different than, and this is just an example, It's no different than a white mother coming in to court um, for a hearing such as this on the same terms wearing a Louis Vuitton. It's no different than them driving up to the courthouse in a Lamborghini. It's no I don't feel as though it should make a difference, or it should be attention should be paid to the materialistic things that they were, and the materialistic things that they choose to don themselves with. Some people like to wear expensive, well-made clothes. A lot of the times, in my opinion, a lot of the clothes that's expensive are not well made, and the materials are relatively cheap that they're selling you, but they put that price tag on it because you're not buying the clothes, you're buying the name, you're buying the right to wear the name. It's not about the clothes, because the materials a lot of the times is cheap. The materials a lot of times are shipped and manufactured from third world countries that have sweatshops and things of that nature. So you're not necessarily paying for the clothes itself or the material itself. You're paying for the name that's associated, that's on the brand itself. That's just my personal belief. Other people may have different opinions. That's fine. That's cool. Not my problem. But for them to say that, oh, she's going to spend it on crack, you're assuming that a person, you know this person personally. It makes it worse because you don't know this person personally, and you tend to make a suggestion that, oh, this person may be on crack because of the way they look, or the way you perceive them in your visual eye to look, or where they're from, or their background. It has something to do with the ethnicity of that person, because for the simple fact that's one of the main social that's one of the main stereotypes that is associated with people of African descent. They're not going to run around and say, this is just an example. Not by any means do I mean this about any other race or group of people. You're not going to see them running around talking about Mexicans and Latinos on crack. Okay? The deeper thing about that is the crack epidemic, which all people are familiar with. They try to make it seem like it wasn't a really issue. Now that we have the opium, and Sally Sue and Bill and Paul and Suburbia is getting hooked, and they're becoming the crackheads. Now that most of our families were slave to back in the 90s. That's a side note, but it does go to race, it does go to black people, and it was a jab. And I feel as though that they should be, at the end of the day, $50,000 should be sufficient. So, that could be a slap on the hand or a mental reminder like, hey, watch what you say, because people have the power to bring legal litigation against you because of the things that you say. And that goes for any of us. Yes, we do live in a country where we do have freedom of speech, but you can also be held liable for that freedom of speech. Hey, it's the rules of the game. But with that being said, this goes on way too often. It's not surprising. It's not shocking. People feel that they know what another person is going through, or they feel that they know how a person lives their life. Just because a person's overly skinny and darker skinned and this, that, and the third, or their facial features are not that of that person looking at them standard. You know, oh, you look like a crackhead. Oh, girl, you too fucking skinny. This, that, and the third. Or, you know, so on and so on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it happens to all of us on a daily basis. And I just feel as though if we treat each other with a little bit more respect and a little bit more compassion, then we wouldn't have these dumbass lawsuits like that. Like, the lawsuit is dumb as shit, but it's not unfounded. It's she's within her right to do so. So at the end of the day, that's pretty much how I feel. If you want me to go in a little bit deeper and a little bit further on some of the things and the side notes that I spoke about in this video, please leave a comment down in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'm planning on doing a video about the new YouTube rules and things of that nature, and try to sort this out with you. I just wanted to know, this is a question, should I do a video on it or should I do a live on it? Because we really need to talk about this. It's going to be a lot of people swept up in this YouTube thing, and people is just going to get knocked out, you know. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you come on here on the platform just to have a voice, and you know your main goal is not to make money but to have a voice to be heard, then I think you'll be okay, regardless if they snatch your channel or not. But hey, since most of the people on here to make money, you know, it is what it is. Whatever. Until then, I am Madam 81, and I will talk to you guys later.